And let's start with lesson number one. Lesson number one is build your resistance. Your best chance against COVID-19 is your immune system. These are the soldiers and the generals and the Air Force and the infantry that is fighting for you against intruders, against viri, against bacteria, fungi in your body. You cannot thrive without an immune system, and you must strengthen it. You must do anything that you can to make yourself strong, especially now because this virus is pretty contagious, as we all know. So a strong immune system is in a body that is well rested. 7-8 hours of sleep. I'm guilty of not sleeping that much. I'll get better, I promise. A body that is well nourished, what you eat, your fuel, the nutrients that you consume need to be of great quality and nourishing and not damaging to you. Your body needs to be well conditioned. The great side effects and great benefits of having conditioning, and not less important is to have a well-balanced mind that is calm and focused. And by the way, that comes also from nutrition and conditioning and a certain mindset that you must have during a crisis like that. And one of the most common questions is supplementation important? Should you take all sorts of supplements? And of course, you must ask your doctor, because supplements are medications and they can interact with your current medications. But we can tell you 100% supplementation is important. Both of us, Ari and myself, supplement beyond what we feel is very good nutrition. If you want to help your respiratory condition and you want to have the strongest antioxidant, then we're looking at a supplement called NAC N-Acetylcysteine. It basically replenishes the most powerful antioxidant in the body, glutathione. It helps with respiratory condition. It's something that you take once a day. We've been taking this for months now. If you want to regulate your immune system to fight viral infections, which is very apropos right now, well, vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a very important role in bone metabolism. We know that we're not getting enough vitamin D because we're not exposed to the sun. And most of us are deficient. And if you're deficient, you're making yourself susceptible to viral infections, respiratory infections, such as influenza. So vitamin D on daily basis. If you actually want to fight back and damage the COVID-19, then it's been shown that a zinc supplement is extremely important. It has antiviral effects. It delays viral replication. It somehow finds its way into the body. And Ari, you and I have been taking zinc for several months now. I think since the beginning.
Immediately since the beginning. And I would only emphasize zinc is present in many multivitamins. Some multivitamins are placing 100% of the daily necessary. Many vitamins, if you look it up, actually provides not the 100% daily maximum necessary for infection prevention. So if you take any multivitamins, check how much that multivitamin contains zinc, and then check with your doctor if a zinc supplement is beneficial. And I think most MDs will agree that, especially at this particular time, zinc has a very beneficial effect. And here we go on. Vitamin C is obviously very important, as Ziv alluded. And again, check your multivitamins. Don't overdose of vitamin C, but vitamin C has very few side effects if you take it in larger doses, because if you take too much, you will just get rid of it by your urine. So there are very little side effects. Make sure that you get it in vitamin form. Make sure you get it in your fruits. And I think that's a great idea now to be proactive with vitamins and supplements. One of the new things that I found out in the internet, there have been more than a few studies that the combination of vitamin C and zinc combined with sambucus or sambuca, or commonly known is the elderly flower. And many internet publications have shown that either in areas where people consume a lot of elderberry, animals who eat the elderberry flowers tend to have less stronger immune reaction against flu, against SARS. And so this vitamin is available for sale now. What I like about this, and I would point out also what's important with all the supplements, when you look at the at this particular vitamin, it's a lozenger, and it's very important, especially for us dentists, gum specialists, for you to point out, please check that you have either minimal or ideally no sugar in there, because if you have a lozenger and you take it at night and you leave your mouth full with a sugary substance, you will get cavities. So please be smart about when you choose your supplement to see that they are sugar-free. One of the newer things in the last couple of weeks that showed up in the medical journal is this particular supplement, Quercetin. It's basically an anti-inflammatory that people have taken to prevent heart disease, to prevent inflammatory processes. Again, we are suggesting for you to do your own research and check with your doctor, but those are things that when we scrouge the internet and do our research that are coming up, not only by people who are just posting it, but in scientific journal and people who believe in preventive medicine, as Andrew Weil in Arizona, are publicizing that this will improve your overall being and keep you healthy and might play a role in COVID prevention. Here you see a combination of supplements, the zinc, the quercetin. In the middle is a Japanese product that many chiropractors are prescribing. Again, you have to do your own research, but I think everybody should get educated because this is very easy to do. And I can only tell you that I've taken the quercetin and the mushroom supplement, including the vitamin C. I've been always on extra strong vitamin D supplements. And knock on wood, I don't look older than 91 years old.
Excellent. And I have those supplements here on my desk. And if I forget to take them, Ari reminds me, and not vice versa. So yeah, all these supplements are fantastic. And they're important. They're important, and please consult with your physician to make sure there's no interactions. And beyond nutrition and good supplementation, a splash of positivity is important as well. So the mindset and the way you look at things, surrounding yourself with positive people, believe it or not, helps your health as well. Now, what we're doing, our team is supplementing as well. It's not just the doctors. So when our team checks into the office, we have a self-screening process where each employee or team member, including the doctors, measures their own temperature, sanitizes their hands first, and then writes down on a log their temperature, the absence of any symptoms, and we're very, very strict about that. So any person that comes into the office, of course, only team members and the doctors has to go through this protocol.
Basically, everybody who's coming into the office immediately before we step into the hallway checks ourselves with temperature and any symptoms. We either wash our hands again or use the Purell and remind ourselves to take the supplements that we all agree to take first thing in the morning. And without it, we don't step into the office. You can see the Purell, the zinc, the NACA. And basically, we have made it a policy in our office that if anybody forgets to check themselves or take the supplements, even the doctors are allowed to be told by the staff, step back and please take your temperature. So we adhere to very, very strict guidelines for our protection as well as protecting our patients.
Excellent. So to finish off lesson number 1, I wanted to talk a little bit about COVID fighting foods, and it's not my area of expertise. What we're sharing you today is what we personally do in our life, in our practice, and personally. And we do most of it based on the scientific evidence and the medical evidence that is currently coming up more and more in regards to COVID-19. The benefits of fermented vegetables has long been established in nutrition, long time in terms of probiotics, specifically kimchi and sauerkraut, which I personally don't love, but I eat them as well because they're now showing that these types of fermented vegetables, they work with certain receptors that the COVID likes to attach to into the lungs. And it's not necessarily controversial. We just don't understand the mechanism 100%. However, they prove to be very effective in minimizing those COVID infection. Here's something that I do. Ari, I don't know if you do this, but I have a habit for many, many months now, is to make myself a morning immune boost that is made out of lemons. So it's very simple. I personally hate complicated things. I keep it very simple methods. Also, when I do surgeries, I keep it as simple as I can. Lemons, ginger, garlic, and turmeric. Boil it with water for about half an hour. Let it cool down overnight, and then I just drink a little bit, like a shot, every morning. First of all, it's great for your immune system, for the cleanse. It causes the liver to help you secrete some of the bile, so digestion is great. But also from an immunity point of view, and anti-inflammation because of the turmeric. Give it a try. It doesn't taste that bad at all. Or give it a try, okay? You can put a little bit of sweetener there if you want to, but it's not necessary. It's pretty potent because of the ginger. It doesn't taste bad, and it makes you feel good, okay? Whether it does something inside, I know it does, but the feeling is fantastic. So build your resistance and boost your immunity to fight COVID-19.
Dear patient, it hasn't been easy to stay home, and it hasn't been easy to close our practice for all this time. But although we were closed, we started to plan our return. We envisioned a practice that is adapted to the current situation, a practice where you feel comfortable coming in and being treated in it, a practice that is corona safe. So we designed a workflow that addresses this, a workflow that is efficient in time and minimizes interactions and the number of people in the office. So how can we achieve that? Be efficient and practical and also deliver high-end treatment. Plus, make you feel how much we care about you. So here is how it goes. Your appointment will be scheduled over the phone, as always. We will be asking a few extra questions on the phone as part of our screening process. Thank you for your time answering them. You will get an appointment reminders to your email and phone as a text message. These would have a quick questionnaire that you will be answering. It's called the wellness form. We are doing this to ensure no patients with symptoms enter our office. We apply the same to the doctors and all team members in our practice. We also have a special protocol for handling mail and packages. These get disinfected before entering the practice. Now here's the first big difference. Don't just walk in. We will text you when we are ready for you. Then walk in. Make sure you wear a mask. Our office is a masked environment. If you don't have a mask, we'll provide one to you. We got you covered. In case you didn't fill out the wellness form, you'll fill it out there. It only takes a few seconds. By the way, we only allow scheduled patients to come in. We have a special protocol for all patients, which is the same as we are using for our staff. We will take your temperature. We'll ask you to sanitize your hands. You will see HEPA filters scattered around the office. These machines filter and remove all particles in the air, including the COVID virus. Then you're off to your treatment. We will ask you to pre-rinse before your treatment. This reduces the number of microorganisms in your mouth and minimizes contamination. Our treatment room has been prepared prior to your arrival to maximize the safety of your treatment. On top of that, we are using a special fogger that kills all viruses with a non-toxic solution. In our new protocols, we don't produce aerosols during a cleaning. and we will manually polish your teeth. As things evolve, we will keep you posted on the new protocols. If you are planned to have a procedure done, your check-in process will be the same. We will bring you to the treatment room, and besides the doctors and the assistants and the HEPA filter, you'll see another machine. This is a device that suctions all the aerosols and captures them. Look at it like a large vacuum cleaner for medical purposes. Our doctors and assistants will wear personal protective equipment, including a gown, a cap, a special mask, and a shield. It takes some time to put them on, but it's still us below. As much as we would want to, we will not be able to shake your hand. We are sorry. During the treatment, as always, we will focus on making sure you are comfortable. Medical offices tend to be cold, so make sure to bring a jacket or even a blanket. Feel free to use your phone or other devices to listen to music during your treatment. After getting post-operative instructions and some medications, you're set to go. Your follow-up appointment has already been scheduled and your payment has been processed. Thank you for entrusting us with your treatment. We appreciate your confidence. Speedy recovery. We got you covered.